Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zerai here. Welcome to the weekly podcast where we discuss entertainment, sci-fi entertainment, video games, wallpapers, music, and all of that random crap. I'm joined today by my friend Sakanja from Instagram. Welcome, Sakanja.
Sakanja on Instagram, thank you. If you need a spelling, it will be in the description.
Okay, well...
Also, I am I'm a master of female anatomy, if anyone has any questions.
Okay, all right, that's great. Good to know. Now, this week we watched a movie called Europa Report. It was directed by Sebastian Cordero. And it was actually kind of a small movie. They didn't make a whole lot of money. It wasn't really popular or anything like that, but it was really enjoyable. Two of the primary actors were Anna Maria Marinilla and
Actors.
Actors.
The first one's an actress. It's such crap.
Okay. And
on this show, who invited me? I'm sorry. What? Manager? You booked me on the? Why did you book me on this show? I don't know either. We're just here. I guess I'm on my lunch break or something.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get started, and I need really awesome, popular people like you,
okay.
Sakanja. But the second actor was Michael Nyqvist. It's a Russian dude, probably. But, Asian? No, that was Mr. Cho.
Oh. Oh!
But the release date of this movie was in 2013, and it was set in modern day time, so it wasn't set in the future or anything like that.
Or the past.
Or the past. But kind of a gist of the movie was it's a privately funded space mission to go to Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons. And they had a probability of finding alien life, I guess you could say, on this moon, which is an ocean basically covered by ice. One of the things I most appreciated about this movie it was multicultural. It had kind of like the old Star Trek or any of the Star Treks. It had lots of had Russian, Asian, white, British. But yeah.
So you're saying it's multicultural in that, well, I don't know. We probably should stay away from venturing into this topic too much, knowing how the path that conversations normally take.
Yeah. What were your first impressions about the movie?
My first impressions, it was super confusing the first time I watched it because it jumps from like present to future to past to present like super quick.
Yeah.
Without much warning at all. But watching it again the second time, and I just watched it before I came in here, is that all of the there's these little clues throughout the entire movie that tie everything together. It's really a movie that you have to watch twice in order to really get the full benefit out of.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I was kind of like indifferent to it before I watched it again, but I like it. It's a good movie. Super good movie.
Yeah, well, and how they like portrayed the story was interesting. A lot of it was from like security cams on the spaceship or outside the spaceship, and that's how they caught footage. So it wasn't like a documentary. Oh my gosh, documentary. Documentary. But
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, right. I probably should have drank before we started this.
Probably should or should not have.
Should have. But it caught a lot of. It wasn't your stereotypical movie where it was just like action, bang bang, blow up shit type of movie, you know.
There was not a lot of bang bang until the end. There was a scene where I'm also just gonna go ahead and say that if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but there's just gonna be spoilers everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no way that we can like go about doing this without spoiling the whole. Can you guys hear me? Anyway, what I was saying is I think it was Mr. Cho in one of the last scenes.
That's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah, he takes a fall. That's about the loudest bang you hear in the movie. It's pretty sudden and very pivotal.
Yeah. Well, and you first mentioned how like they jump around like a little bit in the future and a little bit back to the past, and how they recount different happenings on their journey. I think they did that to like keep information from you, but like also to keep you hooked.
Well, not really. I mean, going back through it and knowing what was going to happen, and like watching all the little like tidbits that they hand you throughout the whole movie, it really like there's just all these little Easter eggs that if you understand what's going on, you can pick up on it, and it really helps to like give you a more like rounded view of like a better understanding of what's actually going to happen in the end.
Yeah. Well, and you noted this the second time we watched it, but you said it had like a somber feeling when you first started watching.
Yeah. No, it does. It does have a somber feeling. I guess is that a question or just a statement?
Just go off of it. just start talking about it. I mean, the music isn't very upbeat or like.
But the music's
theatrical.
good. They played like Vivaldi at one point.
Yeah, and they even played like a beat.
Yeah, like for
10 seconds.
Maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And that was it.
Yeah.
The captions were like, I don't know what to do. It just said hip hop music playing on the screen. It like had no lyrics or anything. It was just freaking out.
They used a lot of like in the music and I don't know what to call it. Kind of like displays or diagrams that are like imposed over the footage. So like you could see like their comms and their radiation levels and like temperature, like just random stuff that I guess they saw in their masks, which was kind of interesting.
One question I have about real life space exploration is how do you deal with sexual tension amongst your flight mates? If you're gone for a year, like there was one guy, the Russian old guy, who was just there for shits and giggles. I'm convinced he didn't do jack shit the whole time. He was just kind of there speaking Russian.
He fixed hard drives and servers.
Yeah, he fixed hard drives and servers, but he was on a space station. Like, you've got to have some more expertise if you're going to be working on the space station.
He had 500 and something days or 300 and something days.
Yeah, I know. It was just like expertise. The whole time I just felt like this guy is not necessary to this at all. Like he's not doing jack shit. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But totally forgot where I was initially going with that. But
sexual tension.
Oh, the sexual tension. Yeah. I don't know why I started speaking about the Russian guy after that. Hang on. It's coming back to me.
Russian sex.
Oh, man, I was totally going somewhere with that. It was going really well. So,
I don't know what to tell you.
About halfway through, there was a cutscene.
Halfway through, there's a cutscene. Can you be more specific?
That was a question.
Okay. There's a man in the movie who died. He floated off into space.
There's a lot of men in the movie who died.
True, but
that was really. It reminds me of another. Yeah, that instance that you're talking about when he floated into space. There's another movie where a guy's floating into space. Oh, was it that Sandra Bullock movie? What was it called? With George
Gravity?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't watched that yet.
Wasn't there like somebody's helmet split open and there was blood everywhere? That's what it reminded me of.
There's Into the Darkness Star Trek. They had an EVA scene where a helmet split for a while, but that's gonna be kind of, I don't know. Has that ever happened in real life? Has anyone just like free floated in actual space?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely photos of people that have done it, but I don't think anybody. I don't know if anybody's been like lost.
No, but they were all tethered to something.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's just been like jettisoned off into space. Besides all those corpses on Wing Commander.
Well, bringing up video games, in Star Citizen, you can actually get out of your spaceship and EVA, and you can float for a certain amount of time before you die, and a spaceship can come pick you up.
How like reliable is all that shit? Like if you run out of oxygen, are you just screwed? You're just boned.
In the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you die.
I guess in real life too. If you run out of oxygen, then you're obviously boned. But
it's like scuba diving.
It's like real life.
Scuba diving, guys.
But like, if I can't keep a straight train of thought.
No,
it's just
that's
swirling
okay.
around.
It's okay.
I get halfway down like a path towards like an objective goal, and then I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Russians.
Sex. Okay, check out the octopus. Spoiler. So this is the one and only alien. Mark, what do you think about its tentacles?
very reminiscent to a lot of the other octopuses that I've seen. To be completely honest,
It's got blue LEDs attached to it, though.
That's radioactive bits, probably.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me? I just said radioactive bits. How's that make you feel?
I think they can hear you.
There's a fart truck outside.
Yeah, please ignore that. Okay, well, moving on from the alien, which is just
Great
like
photo, very high quality.
Yeah.
Space octopus. Click on that.
Space octopus.
See?
That's
Yeah, space octopus.
Yeah, it's just like an alien
It honestly
animal.
looks like the bottom of some kind of like capsule.
Yeah.
Like a trapdoor capsule.
You know, before they discovered the alien, they did find like bacteria on the planet, so that's pretty cool. So like technically,
Way
they
more
found,
exciting.
Yeah, lots more exciting for all of you who take microbiology, aka. I'm speaking to you, Will Sherrard. Everyone, Google his name.
I'm speaking to you too. My name's Mark. We haven't met.
But one day you shall.
Maybe.
Okay, moving on to the spaceship. Spaceship looks really dope. It's just kind of normal looking.
Here you see the spaceship is actually less than a foot long. Oh, he's not actually holding it?
No.
Oh, it's just perspective.
It's not a torch or anything like that.
Oh, I thought it was just a...
And this is like a clue that it's set. There's nothing that says that like the movie is set in modern day, but whenever they show videos of like the spacecraft loading like on Earth and like the people on Earth, it's definitely modern day, and you can just look at the spacecraft like.
Well, and the actual rockets that they're using are actually Delta V rockets that are produced like for the military, and I mean thousands of satellites have been launched into space using the Delta V rockets that you actually see launching Europa in space. Yeah. So it's all like super modern, and like it actually, you know, resonates with you on like a physical level, because a lot of the things you see in the actual real world are, you know, things that you actually see on a day-to-day basis, or like when you make Google searches about space exploration and stuff, it all looks very similar.
So this movie is just, it's more, as far as sci-fi goes, it's more realistic. Here's another picture. This is actually created in a video game called Kerbal Space Program. But the end of this has the pod that they used to land on Europa, which was interesting. And that's where like a majority of the movie, to be honest, is set, is inside of their pod.
That's like the best view of the pod you actually get. They don't really give you many good angles of.
Yeah, not in the movie.
Like the outside of the pod.
I want to see if I can find.
The pod.
I don't know if I can find a.
The pod.
Here's a view.
There it is.
Here's probably one of the best scenes you can see, and it looks kind of cheesy-ish. Like
it's just low quality.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the movie itself, as a pod, it's like descending onto Europa. But wow. So basically, to sum it up, the movie was awesome.
You guys could see all the cursor movement and stuff, right? So like this little stuff along the bottom here that says like Europa 1. It's really interesting because this is like actually, it's like watermarked across all of the footage throughout the whole movie. So like the whole movie is like labeled or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like it's portraying like video files that were recorded.
Yeah, they're actual
firsthand.
like surveillance camera footage off of this ship. It's super well done. And I think, do we even have statistics on how this, like how much money they made that first weekend? So it came out in
2013.
June or July of 2013. The end of June in 2013, and I think.
Okay, I had.
There was a sheet up here a minute ago.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I'm pulling it up. There it is. So the opening weekend.
This is an awesome, a really, really good movie, and you can see the weekends, like how much they made over each weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, in the first weekend, they only made $22,000, and they only had 3 screens.
Yeah. Which
$22,000 for 3 screens? That's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, all things considered.
For a weekend, that's pretty average. That's about filling up every theater for every show.
Yeah, for for 3 screens.
Yeah, so say for the weekend you played like 8 times or 9 times.
Yeah.
And you filled a 250 seat or a 200 seat theater. I can't even do the math on that right this second because I'm exhausted. I'm also a retard. But
a quick note.
The point of all of this is we just spent 5 minutes talking about this. The point of this is a really good movie, and they put very little resources into it. I think they grossed like, what was it? Click back again. I think there was an overall gross, like $1 million or something.
No, it was only 125 grand.
Opening weekend, yeah, we'll just say opening weekend that they grossed like barely $22,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
anyway, great film.
I encourage you guys go watch it, check it out.
It's by Wayfair, Start Motion Pictures.
We watched it on Netflix, so.
Sponsor.
Well, wallpaper of the week, you guys. I got this wallpaper from facets.la. I'll leave a link in the description. I personally heard about this from a YouTube channel called TechSource. Many of you guys probably have heard of it. I absolutely love the channel. And this artist has many different images and a lot of his work online. But this was probably one of my favorite. It kind of shows like an alien being sort of running through space or through the forest. So it's pretty awesome. And of course, as always, we have the 3 tracks of the week that I think would be awesome playing video games too. And the first track is DM Galaxy and Sky Voice. It's called Miss You. Here, we're going to play a tidbit of it. Starts out slow, peaceful, birds in the background. Imagine a beautiful woman walking across the beach.
A tiny woman.
And we're getting into it.
That's all you get.
That's it. Alright, moving on to the second track, which is pretty cool as well.
Raise your hand if you're having fun. That's what I thought.
I featured this artist, my first podcast, called Cry Wolf. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the track name. You'll see a link in the description. Here it goes.
Starts with an A.
And it's not playing.
There we go.
Is it playing?
No.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Internet.
It's got a text.
That's great.
Boop, 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 boop.
What?
That was the intro.
That's a track. Wow.
That was the whole track.
Well, I'm at a loss. What do we do? All right, whatever. Moving on to the third track.
You can record my song that starts with an A on Spotify.
The third track is called Night Stuck by Mendham. Let's see if this will play. It's playing. Thank God. Yay. It's building tension. I can just imagine it building tension. And then it drops. So you guys check it out. Give some support.
None of you are allowed to listen to drops on this show. We are anti-drop on this show.
Give these artists some support. I'll leave the links to their SoundClouds in the description. As always, I appreciate you guys. Come back next week for another podcast where we will discuss another movie. Sakanja on Instagram.